Okay guys, I want to introduce you to talking about 24-hour time. Let's learn about how to tell time on a clock with 24-hour time. So, a lot of times when you do logs, you'll get like something from your company. In the military, they use like a universal coordinated time. We could go into all the aspects on how that is, but I just want to basically teach you some quick and simple ways to memorize 24-hour time. So the easiest way, I think, to do that is, we know that we have 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and so on and so forth. If you're having a hard time learning this at first, one way would be to continue is that we know that in the afternoon it's going to change, correct? Afternoon. So after 12, right, just continue to add around the clock. 1300, 1400, 1500, 1600, 1700, 1800, 1900, 20, 21, 22, 23, and then when we get up to 12, right, it's not 2400. At 11:59, it's gonna go 0, 0, 0, right? So on and so forth, and then 0, 100, 0, 200, 0, 300, 0, 400, 0, 500, and so on and so forth. There is, when we get to past 0, 900, then we go to 10, 11, 12, and then back to 1300, right? That's a simple way to do that. Pretty easy to remember that way. But let's say that you need to do some reverse engineering or whatever, you can't remember, or add or subtract. So let's say that if I want to take and figure out what time 2 p.m. is in the afternoon, just add 2 to 12, right? What do I got? 2 plus 12, 1400, right? You can do that. 12 to 3 is 1500. So that's one way to do that. Or you could subtract. Let's say that I don't know what time 2300 is, right? Well, if I add 11 and 12 and I've got 2300, right? We know that that's the 11 is 2300. Just subtract that 11 from the base number of 12 and you have what time it is. It's not super overly complicated. There's a different formulas, but one of those things that I just tell people to simplify it is just look at the clock, right? If I know that's 12 in the afternoon, what's the next number after that? 13, 14, or subtract it the other way. Take 1400. If you take 2 away from that, you're gonna know, or you're gonna know what it is. So not something that's overly complicated. Use the clock a lot when you're looking at it. Luckily, we have a lot of digital clocks these days, so that's pretty much an easier way to do that, is to just look at it digitally. But if you have to use one of these, you have to remember or convert in your head, this is a good method for it. Either add or subtracting 12. If you want to know before 12 o'clock what time it is, or 1200 what time it is, just add one of these numbers to it, right? Or subtract one of these numbers from it. If it's after that, if it's 2000, just take that 8 away from there and you're gonna figure, or sorry, that 12 away from there, and you're gonna find out what time it is. But we do want you to know 24-hour time. I'll add on a personal note, this is just me, but I'm not a fan of 0100, 0200, 0300, 0400, right? It's 0. Let's stay with the consistency, right? The only time that we have like, O dark 30, O beer 30, something like that, or, getting off of work time or that stuff. But when we're sticking to talking about the times, it's better to use a 0 for it. 0, 100, 0, 200, 0, 300, 0, 400, 0, 500, and so forth. So I hope that makes sense to you guys on how to do that. You need to be able to know 24-hour time and how to tell it and how to translate it in your head if you need to. Thanks, guys. Hey, hit me up if you have any questions, concerns, or comments on that. If I've overclicked